Hey everyone, I'm Mind, and this is set number 71803, Arin's Rising Dragon Strike from the January 2024 wave of Ninjago Dragons Rising sets. This set contains 27 pieces as well as 2 minifigures, and it will retail for $9.99 in the US. This set was gifted to me for review by the LEGO Group through the LEGO Ambassador Network, but all opinions expressed in this video are my own. This is the last January 2024 Ninjago set I'm reviewing, but I do already have reviews of all the rest of them up on my channel right now, so make sure to go check those videos out after this one if you haven't seen them yet. Also leave a like on this video and subscribe if you want to see more, because I have lots more fun Ninjago and LEGO content coming very soon. And now, with all that being said, let's get into the review. So if you've already seen my review of the Nia Rising Dragon Strike and Kai Rising Dragon Strike, this one is very similar. Unlike the Kai and Nia ones, this one isn't just a recolor. There are some very slight differences in the build with this one compared to the other two, but they're quite negligible. So if you want to see my more in-depth thoughts on these gimmicks overall, go check out my review of the Kai one after this video, because that's the first one I did, but I'll show you the details specific to this guy. So the gimmicks use these new molded dragon heads, which are very interesting conceptually. You can see they're able to hinge open, and I do like the shape of them, right? That's really cool, and I love how it has like the green glowing eye in the center. However, that hinge piece basically only connects to this new body piece. There are some bars at the back, so if you want to make a custom dragon with this head, that's a way you could do it, by connecting onto those bars. But it's not as intuitive as some other dragons have made it. But yeah, if we open the dragon's mouth up, you can see the eyes inside are actually a dragon energy core. And this is not a new color for this wave or anything, this is the same one that came in the Lloyd spinner, I'm pretty sure. But hey, I mean, it fits well with Arin's colors. We got some new wing pieces back here too, and I have to say I'm a little disappointed by the colors here, because from the box art I thought these were going to be trans green like the eye in the center, but no, they're trans yellow. Which, hey, I mean, trans yellow is a color I like, but I don't know, it doesn't pop as much as the trans green would've. And like, it's not just me, right? That and that look like the same color on the box art. Maybe it's the green background that was throwing me off. But yeah, I was hoping for something a little bit greener. Still though, the trans yellow is fine, and I like these new parts. I'm happy to get them here for Arin. This is also the first time we're getting a dragon in Arin's colors. I assume we'll get more in the future if Arin like sticks around as a main character. Now, how well does this actually work as a dragon? That's up to you to decide. But the fact that it's our first one for him is kinda neat. Now, the difference between this build and the Kai and Nia builds is this I think is meant to be like a younger dragon, maybe a baby dragon, because even though these are the same wing pieces that the other two gimmicks use, it connects to the inner bar piece rather than this outer one. So that just brings the wings in a little bit more, makes them seem a little bit smaller, and these claws on the end are a little bit smaller too. Other than that though, it's exactly the same build, so not a huge difference, but a difference, so I thought it was worth pointing out. The wings can of course be moved up and down if you want. There's an area for Arin to slot in the back, and then of course this piece back here is for the play feature. Someone in my comments wanted to know what this gold piece looked like with all the pieces removed from it, so here you go. Not sure if it'd be the most useful for mocks, especially because there's no anti-studs on this side. But yeah, if you're curious, there you go, there's a view of it. And now let me show you how the play feature works. So you line it up like this, you can have it fighting an enemy, or you can just launch it forward without anything in front of it. And basically, you just slam your fist down on this piece right here, and the dragon's gonna go flying. Alright, ready? Okay, that time it fell apart a little bit, but if I don't hit it as hard, that won't happen as often. There you go. The other option for play is you can make the dragon do spin jutsu. You put your finger right here and then launch it, and that'll actually make it spin. Okay, I think my fingers might actually be too big for this one, because of course the wings are folded in a little bit more in this build, so I can't really have my finger in the center without it like rubbing against every side, so it creates a lot of friction. So if I adjust the wings in this build to be more like the other dragons, I should be able to demonstrate it better. There you go. Obviously, I'm quite a bit older than the target audience for something like this, so I would hope kids with smaller fingers would be able to make this spin, but I can't say for sure one way or the other. Regardless, though, it's very easy to customize to make it actually able to spin, and I think that's fun, it adds an extra dimension, but overall, these are far from my favorite gimmicks. There's some cool parts, I like the wings, I like the head, the Dragon Energy core is nice to get again, but I don't know, for $10, I definitely wish there was a little bit more here. Now, here are the two minifigures that come in this set. We have the Rising Dragon version of Arin as well as a Wolf Mask Warrior, and Rising Dragon Arin is probably my least favorite figure of this entire wave. I think it's so cool that Ninjago Dragons Rising introduces us to the new characters of Arin and Sora, and I also think it's really neat that Arin gets his own gimmick set. Like, I love the character, I want to see him more. But man, this is just a disappointing minifigure, because this is just his suit from the first wave, but with different armor and a new hood piece. And like, reusing parts can be fine sometimes when it looks good, but this just does not look good at all. Arin's original ninja suit is like a hoodie turned into a ninja suit, which I think is kind of a cool concept, but his armor piece in the first wave covers up the undershirt and makes it look a little bit nicer. That's just not the case here, and they just slapped his gold armor on top of it in this new hood piece, and I think those two clash so much. Especially when comparing him to the other ninja this wave, they all have like these super technological, super armored suits, because of course the suits this wave are the mech suits, and Arin is still for some reason in a hoodie. So I am very underwhelmed by that. I really wish he got a new figure here, because this leaves so much to be desired. Like, unironically, I think just including the first wave figure again I would have preferred to this. Because even though there's a new part here, the first wave figure at the very least looks good. This feels like it would be a magazine promo or something. Just a combination of different parts that don't go together. Now, this is basically the same figure that comes in the 4+ set as well, though the 4+ set's without the armor piece. I will say I think the armor piece helps a little bit, but even still it doesn't feel right to me. Just such a disappointment all around. And that being said, this is now the cheapest way to get Arin at all, which is a good thing. He's one of the main characters of the show, it's good to have him for cheap. I just wish it was a better version of him. Here he is with his mask and armor removed, and there's the full back torso print too. And then the Wolf Mask Warrior I actually really like. I've talked about this guy in lots of reviews already because he comes in tons of sets this wave, but this is a fantastic villain design. So happy that he comes in so many sets, and hey, if this is a set you want to pick up, it's nice to get another one here. Really cool molded mask and hood piece, and a fantastic design underneath for the face print too, with the blue eyes on the one side, the normal eyes on the other. Great color scheme too, like very obviously a villain. If you want to see me go in depth, check like literally any of my other reviews. But yeah, happy to get another one here. That being said, this is not a hard figure to come by, so in my opinion, it doesn't really make the set like all too much more desirable. But hey, I mean, I appreciate it. So overall, one of my opinions on this set, this is definitely the one I recommend the least. The Arin figure's pretty bad, the dragon's fine, it's the same as the others, but I do think the others have a better color scheme. And in general, I'm just not the biggest fan of these gimmicks. Like I said, I am happy to see that Arin got a gimmick, and I would like to see him and Sora continue to get gimmicks in the future, but this one, in my opinion, just isn't the strongest. But of course, those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think of this set in the comments below. Go check out my other reviews, because they're a lot more interesting than this one. If you enjoyed this video, though, make sure to leave a like on it, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!